Hey, my name is Scotty, and in this tutorial we're going to be sketching this winter scene here. We have some snow, a beautiful church and a village, and in the background we've got a whole lot of trees. So the challenge will be to simplify some of these elements. And before we start, the full version of this tutorial will be over on my Patreon membership, where I put all my full tutorials and my fundamental lessons. And at the moment it's a Black Friday sale, so you get 25% off annual memberships. So if you're interested in joining me over there, I recommend you check that out. Now the first thing we want to do is go from the front to the back. That's where we want to start. And in the foreground here, we have the snow. So I'm going to do this bar. I'm just going to put a dot there, and I think it comes up about this nice steep angle there. So let's do that. Let's add in that piece of snow. We can find the middle for that point in the tower. That's the middle of the page there. See, they're roughly the same. Now right in between those dots you can put a dot there, and that is the top left corner of that middle section of the tower. So the width of the tower, if I compare the width and I go across, so that width is a little bit wider than a third. And we can go down in the middle of the pay or on the snow there, and that same distance across there. So we have now a placement for that bottom section of the tower. Trees there sneaking in the front, so let's draw them first. Trying to make it a bit random. See how now I'm just going around. Okay, so I've got those trees. There might be another one here. So now let's outline this big tower here. If I go halfway between those 2 points, about there, and then halfway between those 2 points there. So that's where that red section in the middle is of the tower. So let's actually start from there. You can go inside the dot and then go out. That curves out there. And curves out there like that. And that section there is the same up to there. So perfect symmetry there in the height. So this is a point where I might turn my page. Golden ball. And then some other details there. And looks like a bird or a rooster. We'll continue to go from the foreground to the background. So here we've got this other church building here, across there, and we have an angle here. So just do your best here. I'm just doing it by eye. The power pole there. It's a little bit scary, but there we go. Went off the page. Just in there. A bottom of a roof line there. So we have a line this way, angled line, so that's that little corner of that white roof there, and a line there, and then there's a triangle here. So triangle there, give it some thickness, and then you see the bottom of the building here, and let's put that triangle in. Just in there, there's a window, across and then down. So I'm building up these layers. Okay, that's a good simplification of the side bit there. Let's move on to this side. And then there's this white part of the building. Everyone's will look a little bit different. Straight down here. We're not trying to get a perfect photo realistic version. It's very impressionistic. Add the same silhouette as we've been doing in the others. Now the top of the snow arches around here, so it comes around this way. Let's go up, and then there's a little tree there as well. Now let's put the detail into the church. So we've got that space there. Let's come across about a third of that width to here. We'll draw a flat line there, and so then this way. So a slight angle here and a slight angle down, and then straight down the middle here. So in between those 2 points, put a dot there, and then go straight up and put a dot in line with the rooftops there. The inside bit of the triangle to the outside. Drawing a really skinny triangle there, and then out to the side here. Golden orbs on top of here, and then come straight down again. And then straight lines that go across. Put in that rectangle there, and then lots of horizontal lines. We can do these quite big, so just go in and out like this. So that's where all our line work and detail is. Now we're not going to outline the trees. We're going to do that with watercolor because we really need to simplify that so we don't lose the village against the background. So we're going to start by putting colors on each little part of the sketch here around the village, and then we'll go into the background. I'll show you how I'm going to simplify that. So the first color we're going to use is alizarin crimson, and I'm using my round 8 brush just because in this particular sketch there's lots of little details into the corner there. Then we have these towers there, this one. Okay, so there's a red here. So with this building here, I'm going to add a few more extra colors. I'll also make this building here red. So I found that if I use burnt sienna and then you add in cadmium red, this is where you really do need a good tip, sharp tip here to get through this detail. Border around the window. Now we're going to add some green to the trees, so add some viridian green, but I'm adding ultramarine blue. Okay, let's do the trees now, and I don't have to go into every branch, and it can overlap some of the lines. Around the light pole on the side, I'll do this one. Maybe add some sap green just to change the colour, and I'll just do it on a smaller tree. We'll go back into some of the colours on the houses. So the burnt sienna. So this house here has that burnt orange. Oh, I'm going to make this one. Oh yeah, that's burnt sienna up there. There, so burnt umber, just a darker brown. So that dark wood in there. So let's use Payne's Grey and do that. Here, I'll make this part grey as well. Let's go around and add some grey on all the chimneys. So I'm going to use sap green, maybe just a little touch of turquoise in there. There's got some green, some light blue, so cerulean blue. It's nice when you get some fresh paint. And then this building, instead of being white here, I'm going to make this yellow too. We've got a bit of Payne's Grey, and let's add some ultramarine into that. So that's good. Let's do the windows and this one here. I'm just going to paint all the windows this colour. We've done all the colours, now let's go into the background. Viridian green, and then we'll add ultramarine. So this one is more green and very light. When we do these strokes, we're pretending our stroke is one tree. So they come up to about halfway on the tower there, these big trees, and there'll be gaps between them. So we're just pressing hard like that and making big strokes for our trees. Like right up to there, across. Okay, so now you've got a layer of big trees. Now let's add just a few little ones in between. Let's add a little bit more ultramarine to make that cooler. And let's add a few more strokes here that are a little bit cooler and simple. I'm really trying to simplify this. We want to add a little bit more dark layer on top of these light trees. So let's add some ultramarine into your water. So adding in these dark lines with lots of emphasis on the dark value around the top of the village, because we want that village to pop out, otherwise it gets lost. And you can add some even ones going up into the air. Ultramarine now, so put some ultramarine paint into your palette, some blue at the bottom here. Now I'm washing my brush and drying it, and I'm just pulling it up, just a little bit of blue up there. On the top of the slope you can put footsteps. So let's put a thin line of blue, come across this side, underneath this eave of the building, this whole side here. Now on the tops of these roofs, I'm going to add just some dots to give the texture for the snow. So just along the bottom of the trees, and give a gap around the buildings. Blue band now, and now we're bringing it up, we're adding water. Just inside your border, and then bring that down with plain water. Okay, I'm going to let all those shadows dry, and then we're going to add the last darker spots and then the highlights. And we'll go through each colour and add in that interest, make that pop, that colour. Just adding that texture on each one. Payne's Grey, in the middle there, the trees, that's where it's darkest, see. So that was ultramarine, viridian green, Payne's Grey now. So you can add a few. In the middle here, tap. Now last step is to add snow to this. So I have my Uniball Signo pen, adding some random dots here. This would be perfect spot for snow. Little slats there. Horizontal zigzaggy lines. And you're imagining that you're drawing all those little branches with snow. Tons of little dots. So that's how I sketch a winter scene using ink and watercolor. And if you'd like the full version of this tutorial with the reference, that's over on my Patreon membership. And right now, at this time of this video, it's Black Friday week. So I have my annual membership for 25% off. So if you're interested in joining my Patreon membership, I recommend you checking that out now. Otherwise, there's another tutorial here right on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.